Hello, checking in. It's Jay checking in with uh, the Light of Impossible Stars, 70% in chapter 33, end of part 2 of 3. And I have to say, I had this sickening feeling as I was listening to this biking home that, god damn it, I don't think this story is going to end. I don't think this is the conclusion. This is the concluding volume of the Emperors of Wars series, or at least that's what I'm really worried about. I happened to look at the audiobook description of this book, and it does say it is the stunning conclusion of the series, except we've introduced this whole other subplot with Cordelia Pa, and we're getting her brother Michael Pa's perspective as well. And we're getting introduced to basically a replacement character for Clay, a hard as nails military officer type who's the opposing faction of Sal Constance. Who obviously she's having this flutter of emotions. She's probably going to be hot for her, and they're going to be a couple, maybe, who knows. There's that, and the gray-haired woman who came through when they had the when Cordelia Pa experienced the reality quake or whatever the hell it was, and her father got washed away. This older woman got washed back in, who's Sophia. And Sophia what? Sophia Constance. She is Sal Constance, great whatever grandmother, who was the founder of the House of Reclamation, who disappeared. And that's been noted a couple of times, so it's not really a surprise when some older woman in an antique spacesuit comes through, gets washed up again. It's like, oh, who's it going to be? It's going to be Sophia Constant. And we're just getting all this stuff that I feel like we should be rushing towards the end. There should be like click, 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 click. Instead, we're kind of like ambling here and we're ambling there, and things are getting hinted at. And it's like, this could easily be the middle book in the series. And indeed, there was their trouble dog, who is developing more of a conscience and becoming yet more and more human, and is mourning the loss of her sibling sentient spaceship. Oops, I'm not waking anyone up. Is digs up the old tradition of Christmas. And it's like, oh, Christmas, it's the middle point in the darkness of the year. And I'm thinking, middle point? Is this book number 3 of 6? Because god damn it, I'm not going past this book in this series. I'm hard stopping at the end. But it does say it's the conclusion. But I could really see that there's a variety of characters in here. I think Garth L. Powell seems far more interested in Cordelia at this point than he does in his original characters. Johnny Schultz ended up in a blaze of glory with the Trouble Dogs sibling, the Penitent, where they, the Penitent at the end's like, well, it's been an honor to serve with you, which is like, fuck. Just cliche after cliche after. If this was a pulpy story, I wouldn't mind the cliches. It would be fun, but it's always just trying to be so serious. Why so serious when you're obviously just silly pulp fun? And at the moment, the Trouble Dog is going through in hyperspace and uses the human eye that it's gotten from Sal, and spots some of these diamond-toothed void dragons who are pursuing, and they've decided they actually do feel friction when they go through a nebula or something like that. So it drops a whole bunch of mines. It's going to try something exciting, which is when this series is best is when it's being adventure daring do, and worst when it's trying to be deep, because it's not deep. It's deep as a shallow pond, and just as unpleasant to dive into when you're expecting it to be deep, which I'm not at this point. So if this thing does end, because we only have one part left, it's going to be a goddamn rushed Deus Ex Machina end. I have this feeling at this moment because it's been dawdling. Part of the reason why it feels like it's been dawdling is we've just introduced this entirely new character of Cordelia Pa into it and all her adventures, which would be entertaining on their own, but coming at the very final book feels like, why are you wasting my time with this? You need to finish your story. That's how I'm reacting to it. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later. I've been Jay.